Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may be watching. This is Christine at Christine is Crocheting, and it is about 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Yep, something Saturday. So I'm going to take you for a little drive. I'm going to go, I have to get gas, and because I'm down to like, my car shows, and it's like 20 mile. I get 27 miles to the gallon, or 27 point something miles to the gallon. And right now I have 20 miles left of driving, but I do not have to go that far to get gas. However, I was going to, what else was I going to say? 6 o'clock in the morning, getting gas. And then I'm going to do a quick little garden tour when I get back home. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have turned you around so you don't have to look at my noggin all the time. So I get gas at Costco, and there, of course, as everywhere else and probably in the world, they're always doing more construction, building more homes, losing farmland because they're building more homes, and also because farmers have a hard time farming, so they're selling their farms. People are building more homes. You know, that's how it goes, I guess. I don't know. It's very depressing. But anyway, my low fuel light just came on again. So it's saying my average fuel is 27.4 miles per gallon, and I'm at 20 miles that I have left. However, I only have to go a mile and a half maybe, I don't know. Anyway, to get to Costco. So I don't know that we've gone this way. Oh, and I apologize for my dirty windshield. I've been pet sitting for my daughter and her family. They have a wire terrier, which I did do a post the other day and put Tinkerbell on there. Tink for short. And anyway, my daughter had said, I said, was the sprinkler going to hit the car in the driveway? And she says, well, Seth's car doesn't get sprinklers on it. Well, she forgot Seth puts his car in the little garage. So, but she had also said she was going to change the time that the sprinklers came on. However, I think in all of the getting ready for their trip, she forgot. Hence, I have water spots all over my car. So the hard water stains from Monday until today. And they water every morning, which I think is odd too. But anyway, I have to run back over to their home a little bit later to let Tink out to go to the bathroom and some stuff, because they're going to not be home till later this evening. So I'm going to give her a little break of being by herself and all that good stuff. And when I come home from there, I am going through a car wash. So not one that I do, but it's a hands-free one. And so I will be going through that later. And if I'm lucky, some of these hard water stains will come off my vehicle, whether it's the windshield or the car. And if not, I think my dad will help me and we'll just wax it out maybe or something. Anyway, or he can tell me what he uses and I can, it's not like he needs to help me do it or anything, but all right. So we are heading to Costco, and this is a road that I normally don't take when I'm showing you things because it's further north from me. Obviously you saw that, but we were heading north is the way we were traveling in like there's a subdivision. It's, I don't know if everybody knows or calls them subdivisions, but it's when a plat of land gets chunked into little pieces for houses, and quite often it'll have a name of something for the whole group of homes. And so they're working on going to be doing some subdivision up here. But now this is Highway 2, which I think you can see that there's that sign right there. Sorry about the finger, but that says Highway 2, or it says a number 2, and it's the highway. And if I had turned right, I would go into Costco that way. But we are going to go this way, and there is, it's called Mellon Parkway, and so we're actually going to go up here, and this parkway will lead us to the backside of Costco, where I can just go to get gas. I do notice as I'm looking through my side mirror that if I went back down this way, there is only a one way to go to the right. And I don't want to go to the right. I would like to go to the left. And so I will be going on the roundabout. Yeah, so I'll be going on the roundabout in the highway. So here is, I don't know. I'm gonna just do a roundabout all the way here. So as you can see, there's all this land here. And they are going to be building a subdivision. And thank goodness nothing on this side yet. There's still some trees, but yeah. All right. So here we go. We're going to go this way because Costco is just hop, skip, and another little jump. So it says I have 18 miles left until I have no gas. So a couple of miles to get here. Anyway, so I'm very happy about this because I will be able to the trucks kind of stop and sleep. The guys sleep here, I think, overnight. And for the truck drivers. But I don't know that they'll be able to do, well, I guess they can if they leave early enough. I was going to say once all of those homes and stuff get built, but I guess it really won't affect them too much. All right. I don't know. I think Costco is worldwide, but I'm not sure. But for a single person, it's kind of silly, but I usually bring Colleen. We usually come every 3 weeks, and we do shopping together, so I like it for the gas because the gas prices are really probably the best prices I find that you can get anywhere around. So I'm going to stop you for a moment and I'm going to get gas. All right, I have gas. We're all filled to the rim with gas. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. All right, and now we are going to head back home and I will show you the garden. But they're doing more, I don't know. Makes me tired seeing all of the new construction. See, more construction. More construction. It's so depressing. just the way it goes. And I would love to live out in the country, but I don't like to drive in the snow. So I would have a hard time in the winter, I think, if I lived in the country. Because, although I guess I could get a four-wheeler or something. I could do that. But anyway, I don't think I would want to live alone in the country. But anyway, so I don't know. I know I'm jabbering, but that's what these are, I guess, is my jabbering around, huh? So I'm not trying to be morbid, but I've just been on this thought process. You know, my dad will be 84 in October. And not that he's in horrible health. I mean, he's slowing down, and I'm doing more for him, which we knew that's, you know, how that was going to be. But I'm like, when he passes away, I mean, it's his house. We'll have to sell it and divide the proceeds, or, you know, whatever happens in that regard. But I'm like, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Will I want to buy something? Like a house or a condo? Or do I want to live in an RV? I mean, I don't know. I know these things sound... I mean, why am I worrying about it now? And I'm not really worrying about it, but those are questions that I have, I guess I should say. And I think I should probably have an idea of what I want to do before things happen. Not that I would, you know, go and buy something beforehand or anything like that, but to have an idea of the direction I want to go. I just don't know. I don't know. So, there's that. Anyway, so we're driving back on the road that is north of where we live, because we kind of we didn't really go on the roundabout by Costco, the big one on the highway, because we're coming back north, so we didn't have to go around it. And it's a 2-lane one. Those make me nervous when there's a lot of people too, because I don't know. Anyway, roundabouts, I don't know. They make people slow down, but that's about it. Then people get irritated. People don't know how to use them. Anyway. Maybe that's the new word. Anyway. All right, let's see. Saturday. I'm back home. I brought all my stuff home from Colleen and Seth's. Not that I had a lot of stuff there, but because I was home every morning to work, since I work remotely except for Thursday. But I did have a few things, obviously, for sleeping and stuff, and so I brought that stuff home. Excuse me. And I think this morning I might work on the whip that I talked about in my, and I don't know why I did this, but I did finished objects Friday, but because it was so short, it made it into a short. It didn't even give me the option of a video. So I was a little irritated, so I don't know if anybody's gonna see it or not, but anyway, because shorts, I don't think people see those quite as easily because they're in a different spot. I don't know if people look at those or not, but anyway, it kind of irritated me. I tried it multiple times, and it just kept doing it into a short automatically, so I don't know. Anyway, because I hardly had anything to share, but I did say that I had a couple of whips that I was working on, and so I'm going to done showing you the garden. Okay, so I wanted to let you know I have to drive my car just a little bit before it'll show me what the range of miles that I can drive now. So it's saying that my average fuel usage is 27.4 miles per gallon, and currently my range is 373 miles. So I'm going down to Oregon next week to visit over the 4th of July. I usually do that weekend. And of course, so Dad will be here doing the chickens and taking care of Rusty and everything by himself, which he's fine. I leave him a list, a little reminder list of things that have to happen, so he's okay. But if I was leaving today, 373 miles is not quite enough to get me to their home. So I usually, in the Tri-Cities, which is about 2.5 hours from here, and I've talked about that before because that's where one of my friends lives, and I've gone to visit her and done day trips down there, and I usually gas up there, both going down and coming back up, just to kind of top things off. And that seems to work pretty well. And then once I'm in Oregon, before I head out, because I usually use my car when I'm there for stuff, and they live well, probably about 8 miles from their little town, but they're kind of in the country. It's a smaller town that they live in near. And anyway, so I usually gas up before I leave there as well, just to make sure I have a full tank. Okay, so we are, and I am sorry again about that horrible windshield. Hopefully the next time it won't be so bad. Anyway, okay, so we are back at the house. I am going to turn you off for just a second so I can get my boots on and we can head out to the backyard. All right, I can't remember if I've ever showed you my boots that I wear in the spring and summer. And so I'll show you those in a second. But let's go ahead and turn you around. All right, these are my boots. I don't know if I've ever shown those to you. Anyway, they're perfect for in the yard when it's wet, or it's really for the chickens. So, okay, look at what I'm just showing you. That is the corn. Oh my gosh. Anyway, well, let's start here. So we've got tomatoes are looking good. And then peppers. These are peppers. That is, you know, as things grow, you kind of can tell what they are. So these are peppers, and then you've got cabbages, and then he's got beans, and then he's got more cabbages here, and he's got broccoli there, and I think that's more broccoli by the looks of the leaves. I think it's broccoli the same as those. Pretty sure that's what that is. And then lettuce. The chickens are loving the lettuce. And then his strawberry patch was here, and it looked really good, but he got minimal berries. And because we don't know how long those strawberry plants have been around, and he also had transplanted them here from over in the mound, and so he pulled them out, and I think he planted more broccoli. Anyway, He likes broccoli. And I think that the chickens like it too, but all right. And so here is the corn. It's doing great. So, and then you don't see me. Nothing's happening yet. It's just the corn stalks. And then here's the cucumbers. I don't know if I've ever showed them to you. I think I passed by them, but they're starting to grow now, so. And then tomato plants. We got some flowers on those. Tomatoes, tomatoes, and more tomatoes. And then zucchini. We've got flowers on the zucchini, and then some more tomatoes over there. And then more zucchini there. And whip you back around here to the carrots. And darn if he doesn't have more broccoli. Oh, he's so funny. All right. And when we first moved in here, the yard didn't have any clover in it. But Dad doesn't do a weed and feed. He doesn't, because he wants the grass clippings for his compost. And so we've got clover. I know many people don't like it. We love it. We have no trouble with it at all. We just love it. So anyway, let's see. Oh, take the beans. I'm getting some flowers on them. It's going to be great. And then, I don't know, the raspberries. Raspberries are getting berries. They're getting some berries. They're looking good. He's got some good red ones. He needs to get out here and pick them. Raspberries okay, but I usually don't eat them. However, he's got enough raspberries this year that we were talking about maybe I could dehydrate some and try that out and see for dehydrating. So maybe when I get back from my Oregon visit, maybe there will still be some berries, and maybe I can dehydrate a batch. That would be kind of fun. Okay, and we have apples over here. Not near the apples that we had last year. I mean, literally, there's hardly, you can see a couple in there. You can see that one there. You can see a couple over there. But remember last year, I don't know if you guys do or not, but there's one down there. There were a ton of apples, which is why we got the dehydrator. And because I was dehydrating apples for months, it seemed like. Well, you can see there's some more apples in there, but again, it is not anything like it was. So I don't think we're gonna have a bumper crop this year, which is fine. But I probably won't even dehydrate any. Well, although that's the way we like to eat them now, so I may. Let's see, I think that's it. Pretty much the wisteria. Just all the flowers that are here. We need to deadhead the iris. What did he plant over here? I don't remember. I don't remember what this is over here. I don't know. He planted something. I have no idea. I don't know what it is. If anybody knows, you can let me know. And then that's it. Just lots of greenery, huh? All right. Well, I hope that everybody has a great day. Oh, did I tell you that, so the quail, I don't know if I told you this, I'm going to say it real quick. So the quail, they have their babies, and so, I don't know if you can see the net, but a couple of weeks ago, I think it was last week, well, it might have been last week, but it might might have been the week before. Well, not this past week, obviously, but the week before. And a few of them dropped down into the window well, but at least it's only, you know, like a 2-foot window well. But we have this net that well, it's a fishing net, but Dad put it on a long post because we have had to get them out of the front in past years, and that's more of a 3.5, 4-foot window well. But anyway, we did those covers, so we don't have to worry about that this year. All right, well, in the garage. Yes, that's a microwave. All right, everybody. Okay, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Please take care. Sorry about that. I'm like right up close to your face. Oh, please don't put me on the TV. Well, it's probably too late now to say that, but all right. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please take care, and I'll see you soon.